give an example of when God used chaos to create. When God created the world, everything was formless and void. There was darkness over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was moving over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." That was the first word that God spoke. But before that, everything was dark. Everything was in chaos. Everything was in confusion. Everything was in disorder. But God used that chaos to create order, to create cosmos out of confusion, to create form out of formlessness, to create light out of darkness. And so, when God can bring order out of chaos, He is able to bring order out of the chaos in your life. The second thing that we have to understand is this, that God doesn't just create things out of nothing. He creates things out of what already exists. Now, you may say, well, that's not really creating. That's just rearranging. Well, yes, it is. God just took what was there, the materials that were there, and He rearranged them. For example, when God made the world, He used the dust of the ground to make Adam. So God takes what we have and we get creative with it, or God gets creative with it. But the principle is this, that you can create something beautiful out of something ugly, out of something ordinary. Now, I know that you're going through a season of chaos right now. But what if you realized that God is using that chaos to create something beautiful in your life? Let me give you another example. When God created Israel, they were created out of the circumstances of slavery. And God says, I know you are in slavery right now. I know you're suffering right now. I know you feel like you're under a dictator right now. But I am gonna take that situation and I am gonna create something beautiful out of it. That's what God did with Joseph. He took the fact that he was in prison and he created something beautiful out of it. That's what God did with Moses. He took the fact that he was a murderer and he created something beautiful out of it. God took the fact that David was a young boy who was overlooked and underestimated and created something beautiful out of that situation. So, Joseph, Moses, and David all had one thing in common. They were all underestimated. They were all overlooked. They were all considered nobodies. They were considered trash. But God looks at us and He sees potential. You see, God doesn't just create things out of nothing. He creates things out of what already exists, but He adds His creativity to it. He adds His imagination to it. You know, sometimes when you look at a piece of art, you wonder how that artist came up with that piece of art. It's so creative, it's so imaginative, it's so beautiful, and you wonder, where did that come from? The person didn't just sit there and go, I wonder what I could create today. No, they saw something inside. They saw a vision. They saw an idea that only they could see, and they brought that into reality. And that's what God is doing in your life. He's giving you an assignment, a divine assignment to create something beautiful out of the chaos that you're going through. You know, when you're going through a season of chaos and confusion, and when you feel like everything is falling apart, when you need to remember this truth, that God is using that chaos to create something beautiful in your life. When you embrace that truth, you will embrace your divine assignment. And your divine assignment is to create a beautiful future out of the chaos that you're going through right now. You are not too young for God to use you. You are not too old for God to use you. You are not too broken for God to use you. In fact, most of the time, God uses our brokenness to create something beautiful. Most of the time, God uses our pain to create something beautiful. Most of the time, God uses our hurt to create something beautiful. So whatever you're going through right now, know this, that God is using that to create something beautiful in your life. If you agree with that, type Amen in the comment section right now. God is not through with you yet. He has plans and purposes for your future. Don't let the enemy defeat you by getting you to give up on your dreams, by getting you to give up on your goals, by getting you to give up on your vision. No, hold on to that vision. Hold on to that dream. Hold on to that goal. Because when you hold on to it, God will help you. When you hold on to it, God will work through you. And when you hold on to it, you will see the manifestation of your dreams coming to pass. So don't give up, don't quit, don't walk away. God is not through with you. You are not a finished product. You are a work in progress, and God is going to complete the good work that He started in your life. So I declare that you will see the completion of your dreams, the completion of your goals, and the completion of your divine assignment in Jesus' name.